Let's talk about two forces that seem like complete opposites, the builder and the destroyer. But what if they're not opposites at all? What if they're actually two sides of the same coin? We're about to dive into this really powerful, kind of paradoxical idea that to create anything new, you first have to destroy something old.
So this quote, this is really the puzzle at the heart of our whole discussion today. It makes you stop and think, right? How can an act of pure destruction, shattering something sacred, also be the very first step of creation? Let's unpack that.
Okay, so first up is this core idea. Creation requires destruction. And this isn't just a cool phrase. It's a pretty profound statement about how progress and real transformation actually work. It points to a cycle that is, well, as necessary as it is often violent.
And we're not just talking about, bricks and mortar here. This idea goes so much deeper. If you want to build something truly new and vibrant, whether it's a new society, a new belief system, or even just a new version of yourself, the old, stagnant stuff has got to be cleared out first. To build a new way of thinking, the old one has to be dismantled.
And this is where it gets really clever. It's not just about mindless destruction. It's about repurposing. Think about the classic story of St. Boniface chopping down Thor's sacred oak. The pagans' worship of that one tree was, in a way, their weakness. So what happens? That same wood gets turned into a church. The weakness is literally inverted and becomes the foundation for a new strength. The raw materials for the new thing are found right there, in the ruins of the old.
But here's the thing. For a huge transformation like that to even happen, the old system has to have a flaw, right? There has to be a crack in the foundation. And that brings us to our next point, the weakness of old gods. There has to be a vulnerability just waiting to be exploited.
This next line is, wow, it is just so sharp and cynical. It's not just a statement, it's a direct challenge to the old faith. It basically mocks the whole idea of an all-powerful God who can't even protect his own symbols.
Just think about that for a second. The act of cutting down that tree isn't just about destroying an object. It's about shattering the illusion of power that was built up around it. In one single moment, it proves that the God people worshipped was actually powerless to stop a guy with an axe.
And that is the final insult, isn't it? It's absolute. Every single time the followers walk into that new church, they are literally walking inside a building made from the corpse of their old god. It's a constant, unavoidable reminder that their old beliefs were built on a foundation that just wasn't very strong.
Okay, so the old way is torn down. Its weakness is laid bare for everyone to see. But how does that pivot? Where does the creation part come in? How do you get something new and meaningful out of all that ruin?
This quote just completely flips the script on the purpose of that fallen symbol. The thing that was once the absolute center of their universe, an object of worship, is now just a tool. It's been demoted to a prop.
Before it was chopped down, this is what the oak stood for: worship. It was everything. It was the focus of their spiritual life, an object of total reverence and adoration.
And now? Now it's a prop, a piece of wood, a functional support. Its status has been completely transformed from something sacred and untouchable to something, well, useful and secondary.
This leads us to that really powerful metaphor of the crutch. The old faith is framed as something that was actually holding its followers back, maybe even crippling them. So by turning that exact symbol of weakness into the foundation of a new building, they're symbolically overcoming that weakness. They're now supported by a new and supposedly stronger faith. And this all leads to our final concept, where this new creation isn't just presented as different, it's presented as something fundamentally stronger, something with more structure.
This final quote just brings the whole thing full circle, doesn't it? The act of splitting the tree open revealed the spiritual emptiness of the old way, its hollow heart. And then, in its place, the new timbers, carefully arranged into a church, represent something solid, something with purpose, the backbone of a higher will.
And the contrast is just so stark when you lay it out like this. On one side, the old faith has a hollow heart. That stands for spiritual emptiness, for rot and superstition. But on the other side, the new law offers a strong backbone, and that represents moral fortitude, structure, and a real sense of purpose.
So this is the ultimate payoff, right? The new church is so much more than just a building. It's the physical embodiment of a whole new moral code. It is a tangible symbol of a structured higher will that has come in to replace what was seen as the chaos and emptiness of the old way.
And of course, an idea this big naturally turns back on us. It kind of forces you to look around your own life, your own world, and ask, what are the old timbers? What are the stagnant ideas, the old habits, or the beliefs that are just waiting to be cleared away? And more importantly, what amazing new structures could we build from their ruins?